everyone, welcome to today's Reiki session. We're all set up for a beautiful crystal healing experience today that's all about the chakras. So I've got my beautiful sphere, my beautiful clear quartz that's carved with all the symbols of the chakras today. And I have my full crystal set up in order to do a full crystal session for you today. So let's get started. Allow the eyes to close, find yourself in a comfortable position. And I'd like to invite you to begin focusing on your feet. Just feel your feet either within your shoes or socks if you're wearing any. Just wiggle the toes a bit, allowing them to make contact with the surface they're resting on. Just be mindful, sending some gratitude into those feet. Our connection with the earth, the physical plane. Applying a little balance, which is a grounding oil, to my hands on your behalf. It's a beautiful floral scent, very light. I'd like to invite you to scan your body and notice any areas of tension or distress, maybe racing thoughts, anything like that that might be getting in the way of you getting the most out of your session today. And we're not going to judge those things. We're just going to allow them to be what they are. We're just going to bring them to our awareness for a moment and release them. I'm going to start by placing a beautiful piece of snowflake obsidian near your feet. This is the Earth Star chakra. So that chakra is what, it exists outside your body, inside your aura. And it extends about maybe 6 inches or so beneath your feet. And that is what connects us to this earth, this physical plane. We want to nurture and support that connection because I think in this society today that we really forget that we are part of nature, that this natural environment in which we exist, we are very much a part of. I'm going to place the root chakra stone with the intention that whatever energy needs to be purged or balanced, would do so now. Root chakra is associated with our sense of security and safety. It's concerned with our physical well-being, whether or not we have shelter, enough food and water, whether or not we're safe. Now I'll place the sacral stone, beautiful orange stone. This particular chakra is associated with our ability to enjoy life, to experience pleasure, to be creative, allow ourselves something of a sort of reckless abandon, just the beautiful, exuberant joy that comes with this physical existence. Cleanse and balance any energies here. And now the solar plexus stone, balancing and cleansing any energies in this area. This is our seat of personal power, so right around the navel area. This is us accepting who we are completely without any reservations, without any exceptions, knowing that we are whole and complete just as we are. And now the heart center stone, the heart chakra, seat of our emotions, the space from which we love ourselves and others, cleansing and balancing any energies here. And now the throat chakra, right between the collarbones. throat chakra also encompasses all the way up to the ears. So the mouth, nose, and ears are all part or connected with the throat chakra, allowing all the energy to balance and cleanse here. Throat chakra allows us to speak our truth. Strong connection between the throat chakra and the solar plexus are very important. That way we can know and speak our truth without fear, hesitation, or worry, or judgment, or anything. Third eye chakra. So that's the space right here between the eyebrows in the middle of the forehead. Our space of intuition, our inner knowing. The little voice inside your head that tells you, oh, maybe I don't know about this, or maybe this is okay, or maybe this isn't. Allowing the energies to balance and cleanse here. And now for the crown stone. The crown is the top of the head, representing our connection with the divine, whatever you choose to call it. The higher power that is beyond ourselves, communicating freely with us, reminding us that we are not just physical beings, that we are also spiritual beings. I've heard it said many times that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I think very much that that's true. And last but not least, we have our beautiful piece of clear quartz. That would be about the equivalent of 6 inches above your head. That is the soul star chakra. Soul star meaning our connection to the divine. So our crown is where we receive, where we have that interface between ourselves and the divine, very closely associated with our third eye chakra. Sometimes that can present itself as intuition or little messages, things like that. The soul star chakra is that pure energetic light, that higher part of ourselves that does not exist. It exists beyond just our physical experience, just this vessel that we occupy. It's a connection to our higher self, the part of us that is divine, a part of us that is spiritual, the non-physical. I'm going to place a little frankincense in the third eye, in the back of the neck, on your behalf. Frankincense is a beautiful oil for spiritual awakening. Just going to slowly start balancing these chakras with my pendulum. If at any point you feel uncomfortable or maybe a little bit anxious or anything like that, return your attention to your feet. I know sometimes these healing experiences, especially when we're dealing with the higher chakras, can be a little overwhelming. It might make you feel like you're floating or maybe having an out-of-body experience. And that can be uncomfortable for people sometimes. So just, if you feel like you hit that, if that happens to you, that's okay. There's nothing bad or wrong. Just allow it to be what it is and return your attention to your feet. You can wiggle the toes or just rub them on the surface you're sitting on. Just whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. Pendulum is not ready to balance that yet. Let me take my wands and begin moving the energy up and down. The flies are terrible this year. My apologies, everybody. I have to get my baby duckies in the house to eat all the flies because they're really good at that. So I'm just using my wands to bring some balance into each of the chakras, wake them up, get them moving. Chakra is the Sanskrit word for wheel. And we all know a wheel's job is to turn, right? And so we want those energy centers to move and flow. Not too fast, not too slow. If you think about your chakras as like little gears, moving that source energy up and down the body. Doing a little bit of maintenance on those gears, making sure that they are in good working order, making sure that they move slowly and smoothly together. Not too slowly, but we don't want to feel overwhelmed. We don't want to feel like our chakras are working like a tornado. That's not our goal. Although sometimes that does happen, and that's okay if that's how you're feeling in any particular area of life or any particular area of your body. That's okay. Sometimes we just need to get rid of some stuff, and it kind of feels a little bit like a tornado. If that's where you are, then that's okay. So I'm just going to connect each one of the chakras to the Earth Star, and then each one to the Soul Star. We are not just one thing. Yes, we are beautiful, wonderfully designed living beings in this physical experience, but we're so much more than that. There, that's better. Now we've got some movement from the pendulum. The pendulum's job is just to balance. Again, removing anything excess. Bringing energy in where there is a shortage or a restriction. I shouldn't say a shortage. There's never a shortage of energy. Never, never. Comes from source, and source is infinite. It's like a waterfall that never, never stops pouring over. It's just sometimes as we go through life, we're like giant energy sponges and we collect a bunch of stuff. And that can cause restriction. If you think about your energy centers as like the energy plumbing of your body, right? If we're collecting all this stuff like sponges, then we get pretty bogged down and it blocks everything up. So we're just going to release that now, just cleaning out the pipes. It's like energetic Drano flowing through your system. Opening up the chakras allows that beautiful source energy that exists and permeates all things to flow freely, allowing your body to do its job better. All of the physical functions work better. Allows your emotions to be processed in a healthy way, not getting stuck, or feeling them too much. Just allowing a perfect balance in all areas. When we come from a space of balance, things are easier. There's more flow. If you're noticing any tingling or kind of vibrating sensations, or maybe you feel a little bit floaty, that's okay. If at any time you get uncomfortable, you can just bring your awareness back to your feet. You're perfectly safe in this space. There's no harm here, no danger, no fear. Invite and encourage you to drink lots of water today and for the next couple of days at least. When we do these energy clearings like this deep healing work, it can release a lot of toxins that have been held in our body that we didn't realize we had. And so as water cleanses our body from the outside, it also cleanses it from the inside. You may notice emotions or maybe memories coming up for you right now. Maybe they're comfortable, maybe they're not. Maybe they're things you haven't thought of in a long time, and that's okay. Our brain is so dedicated and committed to our healing journey, our healing process, that it will store information inside our physical bodies, sometimes in the form of tension, sometimes in the form of memories. And it's so committed to our healing that it will bring these things up at an opportune time so that they can be processed and healed. And if we're not ready yet, that's okay. It'll be there, waiting on a shelf, as it were, until we're ready. But if that's happening for you, if you're experiencing old emotions or remembering old past hurts or, instances in your life that need healing, that would be why. Your brain is just trying to allow those to heal. I know it's scary, but you're doing a beautiful job. You're doing the hard work. Not everyone is brave enough to do what you're doing. And that's okay. Everything in its time. No rush. No worries. No judgment. It's okay to be where you are. You may feel tired today, and that's okay. You got rid of a lot of garbage today. Good job. like to invite you to begin to bring your awareness back into this space, back into this time. You can allow the eyes to open, or you can rest comfortably with them closed. As we conclude with our 3 slow, deep breaths, I'd like to invite you to go ahead and place the hands on heart center, just because I feel like we need a little extra love today. As we do our final breaths for this session, call to mind every experience of love as beautiful expressions, whatever your love language is, just bring those to mind right now. Visualize them in the palms of your hands and pressing them close to your heart. So we take our 3 slow, deep breaths in and out. In and out. Last one, in and out. Thanks for taking this time with me today. Again, remember your water. Be gentle with yourself. If you need a rest, if you need a break, that's okay. May you be happy, may you be well. Namaste.